Hey all, Flame here with some not exactly great news to be honest. And that's about the Pokémon Colosseum playthrough, which we were doing. We recorded, I think, about 6 parts into it. But I've been having quite a bit of trouble recording new raw parts for it, like new footage to commentate over. For some reason, when I was recording it, I just kept having a lot of capture software problems. Like, I'd record part of the game and then as I go to stop the recording, the capture software would just crash and I'd lose bits of footage. And as you can probably imagine, that gets really, really frustrating, especially when you've re-recorded the same battle like 5 times in a row. And every time you've had to turn the console off and back on because something's gone wrong with the recording. And I don't know why it does that. I've never had any other problems with the Elgato, whether that be high definition games, standard definition games, or whatever. Like even the Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough we're doing, that was recording in the same way and I didn't have any problems with that, but for some reason it's just doing it with Pokemon. But what that means is over the course of time I've lost all motivation to keep on recording Colosseum, because I don't want to be doing the same fights over and over. And I think at this point, because I've lost inspiration to do the playthrough in general, if we forced our way through it, I wouldn't be exactly motivated to do the commentary. So it'd probably end up being pretty boring in the final product. And because of that, we're going to have to call it off. And I'm really sorry about that. I don't like having to cancel projects. The only times we've had to cancel something that's already been ongoing before was that admittedly really crappy Kirby playthrough I was doing. But this, I know some people were invested in it and all I can do is apologise for having to do this. What I will say is we will hopefully try to do a new Pokemon playthrough probably at the start of next year. I don't know what game it will be yet. It'll probably be one that I can record directly from my computer. I'm not exactly sure how best to go about that yet because I wasn't entirely satisfied with how Fire Red came out. Like the commentary, it was fun enough, but there were certain things to do with the recording quality that weren't exactly that great. So I'll have a tinker around, see what I can do, but that will be another time, probably around. I don't want to give a date because I don't want to make a promise I can't keep, but we'll try to do it like at a reasonable time. As for the current ongoing playthroughs, Mega Man 6 will finish as promised. It'll be up next week, parts 3 and 4. And also, once that's gone up, we're gonna, whenever we get a chance to meet up next, we'll record the rest of the Sonic Adventure 2 parts. So that playthrough will be finished in probably before the end of the year. I hope so. I guess like shit happens to that, but I do feel bad about calling off a playthrough before it's finished. I'll leave the parts that are there so far on unlisted, and I'll put a link to the cancelled projects playlist we've got. I just want to leave them in unlisted so people who are just stumbling upon the channel don't see it and think it's an ongoing one. But I want to leave the parts there just because the parts we recorded, there were actually some good parts in there, which makes it even more of a shame that we're having to call it off, really. And I just hope that whatever Pokemon playthrough we do next will go a little bit more smoothly. So sorry about all this faffing around, guys. It can't be helped, but what happens, happens. I'll see you all later on and hope you enjoy the upcoming playthrough parts.